I've been fixing a lot of pipes, obviously, but now I'm on the job that I was on before this whole snowstorm hit. But whenever you put a tub spout on, then they have a female adapter on the inside, and so you have to put a male adapter on here. And PEX usually spins, and SharkBite definitely spins, so if you try to tighten this on there, it would just keep spinning forever and it would never get tight. So usually you solder these on, and I realized I didn't show you guys how to solder anything, so now I'm going to show you how. So first thing you want to do is clean everything off. I've got these ratty old things from back in the day because I've been using PEX for the last decade. But you want to clean your copper so it looks like a shiny new penny. And that's good. And then you kind of clean all that yuck off of there, right? Because if you don't, then you have a place where the solder doesn't stick. Okay, so then my good friend Steve Lux taught me a long time ago not to butt weld. So this is the fitting. Butt weld would mean that if I just took some flux, the flux is what makes it stick, right? If I took some flux and just put it around this edge, and I just soldered there, then it would only stick on that edge. But what you want it to do is you want it to stick across this whole thing. So you want your solder to go inside that and fill all the way around. So rather than just putting it on the edge, then you come in here and you kind of fill that whole gap and get it all gooped up on there. And then get that off your finger because that's important. Then you got to apply heat. This is MAP gas, which is yellow can. It's MAP gas. Propane is less hot. Okay, so then I'm gonna have to torch this thing, and then this is the solder, right? So this is gonna make a loud noise. So you heat it up until this starts turning black, and then the solder melts, and it will fill up that whole gap. And so what happens is it fills that whole void all the way around and then makes a little drip on the bottom. So I don't want to watch this thing smoking because it stinks, so I'm just gonna like cool it off real quick. You can see all that smoke coming off of there. So that's how you solder something. It's still pretty hot. Which is pretty important. And then after that, we just put pipe dope on here and then screw the tub spout on. So that's how that works. Now, it has occurred to me that I probably need to make a series called Painfully Obvious Things That Nobody Ever Seems to Know. And the painfully obvious thing that we're going to learn about today is how to apologize. Because I feel like a lot of people don't. First of all, they'll just avoid you. And they've ruined friendships and marriages and I don't know, all kinds of things. Careers, over just not being able to say I'm sorry. And it's not that hard. So here's what you do. Are you ready? You don't avoid them. You just tell the truth, like, I messed up, and you take ownership for it. I messed up, here's what I did, and I'm sorry, and now I want to make it right. It's not that hard, right? Hey, I want you to know I did this thing. It was a big deal. I'm sorry. I'm going to make it right, and then you make it right. And that's a real apology. Not like, yeah, I'm sorry, but what do you want me to do? Those are not real apologies, right? Avoiding somebody and then just acting like, it's their fault, that's not an apology. An apology is you acknowledge what you did wrong, you give details about it, and then you make it right, and you apologize. And then here's the other side of that. If somebody does apologize to you, you say this, hear me out. I forgive you. It's not that hard. And then you let it go. You let that be part of your past. You don't sit there and dwell on it, let it eat away at you like a cancer. You just, man, now that thing is not between us. We can restore our relationship, and all is well with the universe again. So we're going to get back to doing some more work here, but hopefully that will help you out to rekindle some relationships that need it. Stop hating on people.